Oh, man. What a day yesterday. Got to work on that Slash. Thing was awesome. And then it broke. So, didn't really even get to race with anybody too long. Just practiced, had some fun. Car still oversteers quite a bit, but I was able to handle it. Chino says, race is out my way today. Not my way. It's rained out. Supposed to clear up later in the afternoon, but I guess it got its fill this morning because it's soaked. There's nothing I can do with it. Let's see what's going on. OG, I'm on time, brother. I'm still a minute early. Too hot to be out there though. Yeah, it sucks sometimes. I'll deal with the heat. So today we're gonna work on the Slash again real quick. We're gonna start off with that. Everything was going great. Hit the cone. We do a 180 out of the cone. We shoot back. We just run the same route back. Made it around the cone. Someone got into me. Nitro Steve, what's going on? And it wasn't even a bad wreck. This is disappointing. I'm so pissed off about this right now because this is a part that shouldn't break because it's an upgraded part. And I mean, it's trash. It's absolute trash. So we're gonna take about probably 20-minute fixing on this one. Then we're gonna do. We're going to start working on the Savage 25. I'm out of parts because I pretty much burned up my entire budget on going buggy racing. That didn't work out. So we're going to work on the 25 with some of the parts that OG was nice enough to give me. We're going to put the hubs back together, and I'm going to order a couple of parts. I got a couple ideas. But we're going to work on the Savage 25, and then we're going to have some fun. We're going to pull apart the OS that's for the xxxnt that I got that's loaded with aftermarket parts. So we're going to pull that OS motor apart. I want to make sure that it's an 18. We're going to clean it all out. Make sure everything looks good on the inside, because it looks good on the outside, man. That thing looks awesome. Then I got a battery charging. We're going to fire up that MT2, the world's most quiet nitro. I mean, I think I've ever seen. This thing doesn't even make noise. So let's see what's going on in the chat. For the first time, it's breezy, sun's out, about 60 degrees. Oh man, ideal. That's sweet. So let's check out what broke on this. Let me pull some of the grass out of it. These back bumpers suck. Like I said, this crash, it wasn't even bad. xxxnt was the deal of the year. Yeah. Hey Michelle, what's going on? So this thing should not have broke. There's just no reason for this. I even upgraded the part. Yeah, the old Hoonigan stuff. Still got a lot of it. Damn shame what happened to it. I knew it was going under. As soon as Ken passed, it was done. Those guys didn't have enough to hold it. Hold it down. All right. Let's reset the camera, and I'm going to show you what broke. This is friggin' sad. I'm still mad about this because now that it's actually an expensive part. Luckily, I have a couple of them that were given to me, so I have parts to fix it. It's not going to cost me anything out of pocket, thank God. But like, this makes no sense. Here, check this out. Come on down. There we go. Can I go any lower? No. All right. As you can see, I came around the cone. Turn that tire, and I lost steering. Basically, it just went straight, so I hit the brake, surfed it off to the side. Worked out pretty good. All right, there we go. Those bell cranks that I was bitching about, and I said that, yeah, I got the aluminum one on there because, it helps last a little longer. It literally sheared the arm right off. Goes right here to the post. It just broke it right off. Now, look at this. You have this tiny little screw adjustment, I guess, link, you'd call it. Very much to that. You'd figure that would break. That servo saver is right, Steve. It didn't do shit, man. The cheap Traxxas servo. Those cheap gears didn't even break. This is still plastic gears. Plastic gears held up, servo saver hooked up, but the aluminum part broke. Blame that. You try to figure that out, that's... Carbon fiber wouldn't have done that. I hate aluminum. Yeah, but, I mean, Traxxas is not bashful about these. If you look at what... Traxxas, I think, charges like almost $20 for one of these. I have two more that I dug out of parts cars or someone gave them to me because they got tired of them. So, I'm going to make a mutant one. I'm going to leave the blue one in there, and we're just going to put half of a green one or something in it. And we're going to fix it with that. I couldn't believe it when that broke. But yeah, servo saver. It did save the servo. So I guess that worked. Why not? So this should be easy. We're just going to pull out the, what is it, 5 bolts on the top. Take the whole lower plate off. Take the 2 screws off for the shocks. The recommendation on the shocks and the shock modification we did, I think it worked. The tires are nice. I had to put a little camber in them. I mean, they're still wearing in. I might sauce them. Oh, yeah. Secondhand all day. I'm not buying parts for this thing. Not if I have them, you know. So, the front end may be a little too soft. I may go over the shocks a little bit on these. Because I was still, the back end was dancing quite a bit. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's better. Let's go that way. A2RC, yeah, we're going to hit that up a little bit. I'm just going to fix my boat launch car real quick. We had some beautiful Traxxas parts here failed on me. So I'm going to fix this first because this is something that we worked on yesterday. So I figured a good update on it. The tires definitely helped. The shock adjustment definitely helped. I may even lay them down a little bit more. But yeah. Yep, that powerful servo is too much. Yeah, secondhand. It just Traxxas gave me it's a freak one, you know what I mean? It's the thing that even got me on this was usually whenever you have a problem with the steering on these things, you end up breaking the bottom plate. The bottom plate right here, they have 2 little like towers that the steering belt cranks ride on. They're just plastic. Usually you shear those things off. That happens all the time. So, I mean, every single thing survived except for the expensive part. Yeah, I want to clean that OS up. I'm going to see if I have a gasket for the exhaust. I may not pull that off. I don't know if I have a gasket for it to replace it if I damage it. And of course, I didn't bring any extra parts with me, so yeah, I was pretty much done for the day. I have a Vitavon chassis and upgrades to put on my sledge. Thanks to my bestie. She gave me her Vitavon chassis and stuff. Nice. Oh, that's the other thing, guys. I was running one of the those mini XRTs yesterday. Dude, they nailed it. That thing's awesome. That thing is fast as hell. I mean, it was just 40-mile-an-hour wheelies. That's probably a 50-mile-an-hour car. That thing was fun. I think Traxxas finally has an answer to the ARMA vehicles. Okay. So, what are we going to have to take off here? We're going to take off both links, and we'll just pull it right off. All right. Here, let me zoom in a little bit. We can get a better... Whoa, too much. Too much. That'll work. Yeah, here's the part we broke right here. Come on. Right here. The arm itself sheared it clean. And I mean, this accident, like, we get some pretty good wrecks down there. This one was minute. I mean, this thing was just, Michelle, I was looking at that Mini XRT thinking, should I or shouldn't I? I would. Absolutely. I was pretty happy with that thing. I mean, I was literally shocked. I mean, let's put it this way. I actually, the guy that brought it down, my buddy Phil, he had it. I asked him what he did to it. I go, what the hell did you do to that thing? Because, you know, we never leave anything alone. And he said nothing. It has the VXL system in it. That thing was awesome. I kind of want one. The Savage XS Flux. Yeah, I didn't get to see one of them. There's not a lot of Savages in this area. I think I own majority of the ones. Yeah, look at this thing. Boom. I mean, it's not the best metal. I wouldn't call it monkey metal. I mean, it's pretty nice, but like it's still pot metal. It didn't stand a chance. And like I said, there's no reason it shouldn't. That little wreck that we got into, I would consider that, you know, minute compared to some of the ones I've seen. Like, we've done head-on collisions. I mean, some absolutely vicious shit. And that one, nah, man, that was just barely rubbing, barely racing. Actually, yeah, I'm just going to pull. What should I do? I could probably just pull this end, leave that alone. I have to put some Loctite in these again for sure. Where did that go? There we go. But yeah, piece of shit. Let's see what it says. Cool, I want the XRT too. It's just so heavy. I thought the Mini might be better. Yeah, it's not very big. It's bigger than like your like the Minis from Losi, but it's definitely a little bigger than the like a bigger than like the Typhon Grom, a little bit bigger. But I'll tell you what, power wise, that thing was money. Speed wise, it's way faster than it needs to be. Now, I know people are saying that they had a little bit of problems with breaking the out drives or something on it, like for the where the drive shafts go in. I can see why. The damn thing's nasty. I mean, the power that it puts down. Let's see, OG. They are widening them and dumping big motors in them, making them missiles. Yeah, but I mean, if you're just looking to play with it, there's no reason to. That thing, like I said, I looked at him and I was like, what did you do to that thing? Because, like, I mean, he has the Typhon Grom, he has a bunch of the smaller ones, and that thing was just an absolute ripper. All right, we're gonna need that bearing. Come on out. Good thing I watched it. All right, cool. All right, so yeah, as you can see, let's try. It's hard to get a good view on this thing. Right there, it just snapped right clean off. It's supposed to look like that, and it's just good night. So that's a waste of time. So I'm just going to take a part out of this one. That's new. That's one that I've never broken. This one here, I'll show you this while I have it off. The reason this one's off, it's pretty evident. Is because of this. So you can't even get it back in. Trying to show you, and you can see exactly why. There we go. These have the same crossbars just like the plastic ones, and you can see the gap in between on this one. You see how you can, come on, zoom in. See how you can kind of see around the bushing? It oblongs out that hole if you wreck them too many times. So I don't know if these are even any better than just saying screw it and buying the just keep running plastic. And the bushing fell out of this one too. Lovely. Yeah, this one's kind of oblonged as well. Okay, bearing's already on that one. Well, it ain't gonna match anymore, but it'll work. So that's what we're trying to accomplish here, is just get it fixed. Okay. See what this chat says here. They're widening. Yeah, got that. The Savage Flux is no joke. They can't keep the tires on them. Nice. Yeah, he ended up blowing one of his apart. It comes with those new Gravix tires, and yeah, I think he was upside down. He gunned the sucker and he shot it off. It was pretty cool. Yeah, it was 2 pieces, not one. They tried being cute and it broke. Yeah, if it broke that easy, then you might just want to use the plastic. But do you want to get the slop out of the system? Okay, here's my trick. I use these to get the slop out. Just the ones that I use almost everywhere on them damn things. 1985 part number. They're just shims. That's all they are. They're cheap. $2. You could get the slop out of the plastic ones with that by putting a couple of the spacers on top and bottom and actually using the metal to kind of like sandwich the plastic. And you can tighten them down just enough. It'll wear real nice. And it usually works for a while. Because I run the... I have to run the plastic ones when we do the slash races, the indoor ones. So I have no choice but to... I'm probably going to have to take this whole thing out because this is going to be a real pain in the ass to assemble on here. Let's just do it. It's a couple more screws. I don't really care. All right, where's my 2? All right, we're just going to pull the whole rack out because I think assembling this inside the car is just going to be obnoxious because of that that bushing. I'm going to have to fight the hell out of that to get that to work right. Yeah, the 1985 shims, when it comes to a slash, is an essential part. If you're going to build a kit, you got to buy them. You'll see in the video that I have from when I built my my carpet car that I didn't have much of a choice. I just had to. Come on, Mr. Bushing. There we go. All right, let's assemble this first. Oh boy. So what's everybody else got going on? Like I said, the race that I was supposed to go to today got canceled due to rain. That's why we're here. It's supposed to be rescheduled till next week, but again, next week is the wife's birthday, so there is no chance of me making it next week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a date, probably a Friday, and I'm going to just go down there and just have fun and not worry about it. Won't be a race, but we can get a lot of track time on a Friday. Won't be a problem. Or maybe I'll get lucky and she'll tell me to, for her birthday, she wants me to leave her alone and I'll just go. We'll see. Exactly. If you have to use the stock one on the carpet, and we've seen the crashes there, have you ever broken one on carpet? Have I broken one? Yes, I have. Trying to think. I've worn them out, and it basically, I could show you. Nope, too tight. Same thing that goes wrong with this. This one is, like I said, remember how these oval out? These oval out and eventually they snap. You'll blow the ear right off the end of them and then they're done. The plastic ones, basically, you still oval them out. They wear out, but they break easier. Like I've blown them right off. It comes right off. There we go. Yes, so yes, you will still break. What did I do? I hit the mouse. else? Let's see, go over here. I have broken them before. The only reason I have the aluminum is, like I said, I bought one a while ago because I got tired of breaking the plastic because it happens. And I think I broke it. I replaced it. And then a buddy of mine gave me some parts, and one was in there. And then a buddy of mine said, here, you need a metal one. I'll give you that one. I don't use it. Yeah, you can still see the white on the edges. The whites, the front end did pretty good. The back end, I had to put a little bit of camber in them, but I think it looks pretty good. The wear is going to be nice. Nice. But yeah, these plastic towers that are right here, these are what you usually will snap off. You'll notice your steering's all wonky and you don't know what's going on, but then you take a look at it and you'll actually break the post right off the bottom. I just want to get this fixed today. That way it can go right back in the bag. We'll be ready to go next week. All right, what I usually do is I bottom them out, and then a quarter turn off. Check the top play. That's fine. The only thing that actually supports these two things is the two little provisions in the lower center, the LCG chassis. So you can see why, you know what I mean? If you got to make sure that these bolts stay tight, because as soon as they loosen up, bam, you're over. Carrie Rose, my Red Cat came in yesterday. Charging the 4S batteries right now. Nice. Which Red Cat did you get? Did you get the ones that were on sale? I've been checking those out. All right, I got to put a little Loctite on this bad boy. Get that bolt lined up. Urban Legend misspoke. Used the name wrong. I like his lives. He changes it up quite a bit. I was considering maybe using that that service that he uses, that StreamYard or whatever. I've been thinking about that. What's everybody's thoughts on the StreamYard setup? Oh man, this is going to be a pain. That's one. That's a pain in the ass. Yes, for the whole show he did it. Yeah, those Red Cats, like I said, I have that Lightning, and I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, it works okay. But it seems like their electric stuff's a lot better. Those lowriders that Chino had, those things were cool, man. I remember back in the day, I forget what used to sell them, but there used to be a company that made them. They had like Impalas and stuff like that. Back in the day, they were small though. They were like, you know, I don't know what scale they were. They were small, and they used to just jump the front, bam, bam, bam. I had a couple of them when I was a kid. Okay, they have a free and paid version of StreamYard. The ladies I watch that sell stuff use it, and they say it's not perfect, but it's okay. Yeah, I kind of like the setup. It seems like it looks like a pretty cool idea. I just don't know how often. Like I said, I don't go on very often, like once a week. I don't know if I want to pay for that, you know what I'm saying? So maybe a free version. Maybe I'm going to look into it. Okay, it's going to be this one. I don't know. I think maybe what we're using now is fine for now. The free version lets you have up to 5 people on a panel. Yeah, that'd be all right. I mean, I don't know. See, that's the thing. I don't know how often I would use it. Like, I can, if anybody ever wants to come up on here, you know what I mean, promote their channel or just, you know, shoot the shit, I'll invite anybody, you know what I mean, for the most part. But like let's say OG don't do lives because he just doesn't want to yet. I'll scumbag him into it one day. I mean, he's been on other people's. I don't know why he doesn't do his own yet. He's pretty cool. A live on a Saturday after mine or before mine. You know, don't pinch me up here, OG. From the corner. All right. Here we go. Steering should be good. Let's just reassemble this sucker and we'll get on to the next one. Not before you. I have a hard enough time getting up. Yeah. Hey, man, I think Thursday is a dead day. We need somebody to jump in on Thursday. I can't do it because I work, and I'll be home too late. I'll be beat, and honestly, I don't want to deal with it. Thursday, for me, I don't know, man. Shit's just dead. So, all right. Get the shocks on it. Put the body back on. Put this turd back in the bag for later. All right. So what's everybody else got going on? Got to have something else going on today. Some people got beautiful weather. I'm unfortunately stuck. Yeah, I don't know. The time zone problem is, I think, the problem with the 11 o'clock starts on Saturdays, but I only have a certain amount of time I can do it. It would either be now or earlier, so I think that's pretty much where I'm stuck at. I can do Tuesdays, but with my work, it depends on if I get out of there on time. If I don't, it's not going to happen. If I do, we can make something happen, but it's going to be later on in the night, which I think is more preferred. All right, yeah, we can leave that there. That view's okay. Now with these slashes, these 5 screws here, these are the ones you got to watch the most because, like I said, if you're going to bang into it, you have these 3 screws in the front loose or these 2 back ones. If that plate has play in it, that's how you end up snapping those the little plastic towers off that hold the steering rack, and you got to buy a new bottom plate. It sucks. Go through probably 2 or 3 a year down there because of collisions, but this is probably your easiest way to keep it from, you know, breaking just because your lack of maintenance. All right, 2 shocks, and that's that. But yeah, this thing doesn't break too often. This thing's probably been together for the last 3 seasons. So all summer, every Friday, this thing gets its ass kicked. Minimal amount of maintenance. I'm telling you, like, I only fix it when it's broken or I need to change it up. All right. There it is. T-Max wants to fight with it, but there it is. That's it. Good enough. Left, right, turns, good. It's a slash. That's all you can ask from it. There we go. All right, that's garbage. That's garbage. These bearings we'll keep. Screw we'll keep. We'll keep the other half in case we snap that later. Put the mangled body back on it. And that's that. What do you think? Pretty good repair. Not too bad. Kind of sucks. Kind of ruined the day. I mean, there was 3 of us running out front, and the one corner we go around, it's a vicious corner. It's fast. You have more room than you think, but you're standing so far away, and it's kind of on a very small incline. So your field of view is not great. And 3 people coming around that thing practically wide open, you know something's going to get ugly. And this thing was hanging right with them all day. And then it broke, so didn't even have a chance. Yeah, I like this body when it was clean looked kind of cool. And I had another one I did with black and red. This I did as a joke because it looks like the Cozy Coupes, you know what I mean? And then my buddy Tom that races with us, we tell him he's a cheater all the time, you know. And so, yeah, Tom cheats. That's not a sticker. I put a sticker underneath it. That's painted on, so he can hit this thing as many times as he wants. It's not coming off. All right, good enough. All right, let's clean this mess up. I want to grab a drink over there real quick. And we'll start working on the Savage. I have a few questions with that, but we're just going to put the... See, look at that. This thing just drops on you. All right, we're going to put the hubs and stuff back on. I got a question OG should be able to answer pretty easily. But I'm just trying to pick off the, like I said, the low-hanging fruit. We have a break-in for the LRP 32. I'm going to start maybe that. I might do that today after dinner. Run a tank or 2 through it. And then I got to paint the body, cut the body. That could be ready to go. The Sen, whenever the rain stops. Tom cheats. Tom's one of our buddies that races with us. And yeah. Tom cheats. That's all there is to it. All right. I got that battery charged. I'm going to go grab a drink real quick. I'll be right back. We'll start working on 25. Yeah. All right, here's another cheap 25. Everybody loves the cheap Savage. We were just talking about this on the last one, how the prices on eBay on the Savages have gotten a little crazy. And this is a point of right here that you don't have to pay that. I paid, I think, 75 bucks for this whole thing with the Big Joes on the wheels. I think it's fairly close to a runner. But got to get these hubs back together. Let's do a quick, let's lift it and try a zoom in shot on this one. All right, cool. Yeah, this was the one that I stole the 17 mil stuff off of to fit the Big Joes onto the 21. Okay, OG, here's my question for you. Those adapters that I have to run the 17 millimeters, the orange ones, those will not work because the pins are too wide. If I was to buy just the ones, I think they're like $6 off A main. All it is comes with a pin to go through the outdrive, and then it just has the 17 millimeter that slots right on. That'll work. That's all I would need to convert this to 17 mil. Again, pretty sure that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use both right-hand side outputs, and then just buy that little kit, and that should be all I need, right? I think that's all I took off, so that should be all I need. This thing's filthy. It's going to need a tear down. When I got it, it didn't look so bad. Should be, yes. Okay, that's what I thought. Because I would like to get those 17 mil adapters to work, these ones. Because they look just so good, you know what I'm saying? But then I'd have to buy the out drives that would fit the pins for these, and then get the nuts for them. I think I'm better off just saying screw it and just buying the $6 parts and using that. Because then I can use the stock lug nuts and everything. I don't have to worry about it. Well, wheel nuts. Listen to me, lug nuts. All right, let's get that drink going. Yeah, I'm going to tear this one down and clean it up real nice. It's actually not in bad shape. You got a couple of nicks here on the old flipper bar, but other than that, this thing's pretty nice. I'm going to have to see if I can get this. They broke the bottom of the box. They broke the tabs off on the inside. I have another radio box. I don't think I have just the bottom. I have a whole radio box. I just don't know. The radio boxes, I believe, are still available, so I don't really think that's a problem of using up some NOS parts. I have a whole radio box set. I'm probably just going to change it out. I think this one's definitely going to be a keeper. One thing I am looking for, if anybody has, is, you know, the plastic style bars for like the xxxnt. I need one. I have just the bottom. You need it. Do I need it? No. I have a whole set I can do. I'll just save this top, and then that bottom, you know what the bottom is worth. I just don't, you know what I mean? Parts are going to start getting harder and harder to find. No. Because I don't have the top. All right, well, here's what we're going to do. I have a full set. I'm going to save this top, and I told you to send me your address, because I'm going to send you something. I'm going to send this top with it, so now you have a complete tray. I just want to make sure, because parts are going to get harder and harder to find, that I'm not wasting anything. So I'll send this top to you, OGs, so that way you have a complete box, because I already do. Actually, I'll show you the pull I got before we start working on this. My RC hobby shop is going out of business, so they have some HPI stuff. I'm probably going to buy more of it before they close up. I would like to buy everything as just a big bulk buy. Give me a price, you know, that I can't refuse, and I will buy it. But I picked out, I'm hoping nobody else gets into it. So I started buying like a couple of things that I thought would probably be a good idea for one way or another to buy. So like I bought this yesterday. This is just a foam bumper for the RS4. I mean, everybody knows the RS4 foam bumpers look like shit after they get drug on the ground 1,001 times. So I bought a foam bumper for an RS4. I have an RS4, so I figured that's good, worth having. These I will probably never use, and there's probably a million of them around, but I probably paid about $2 for it. I got a whole linkage set, brand new in the package for Savage. The reason I wanted that, mostly, is nobody really has, you know, they're a bitch to come by. You see a little piece right there? Throttle return spring came with it. These are hard to find. I have one of these on my buggy, and I think, like I said, I paid like $1 or $2 for this whole pack, so why not, you know? Yeah, these are actually important, and I mean, $2. Here's the whole radio box set for a Savage right here. I think I paid like $5. There's the whole thing. So like I said, I don't need it. That and this I bought. I don't know why I bought it. Well, I know why I bought it, but like it was just too of an oddball part. There was no price tag on it. The lady that's closing the shop down said, "Just take it. I'm not looking this up." It was beyond her. It was Friday. She didn't want to hear it. But anybody that's got the RS4 knows 9 out of 10 times when you buy a used RS4, what's the broken part? What is always broken or missing? Anybody want to tell me? Come on. Anybody who's bought an RS4, you know it's usually missing or broken. Battery tray. Very good. But most importantly, it's usually the top set. Any part of that top set is usually broken. They didn't have one for a regular RS4 or anything like that, but look at this one. I don't know why, but I figured this would be worth a pickup. Check the description on this one. Upper deck set, RS4 Drift. So the Drift has one that's completely unique to the Drift because they moved the engine to the center of the chassis. So I'm sure out there is somebody that would really like to get their hands on this one. I wasn't going to let this sit and then let somebody else that knows a little something about something pick this thing up and try to make 20 bucks off it. I'm going to hang on to this. If anybody has an RS4 Drift that needs this part, if you're part of the group that shows up regularly, consider it a gift. I'll send it to you. But, you know, if somebody else needs it and they don't show up that often, I'm gonna get them on that one. Tank posts that bolt to the chassis with the pin to the tank. I think that's all I needed for my FLM Savage build. Haven't looked much, though. Tank posts that bolt to the chassis. Oh, the little L pieces? Is it the... Well, let's see. This one, the stub is broke. These little L brackets right here are what you need. These guys? I might have some of those. I'll have to take a look. I'll have to see if I have any. Yeah, those aren't too hard to come by. Now, with that FLM chassis, all aspects, what's going on? With the FLM chassis, it's just a stock one. They didn't change anything. I would double check that. But if it's a stock tank and just mounts normal, they're not hard to find. I probably have a couple of them. But, all right. Put my junk away. Let's get started. Like I said, there's a bunch more HPI stuff there, but I'm waiting to get a bulk deal. I want to buy them all. Come on. There we go. Yeah, get your address. There you go. OG needs to start putting his return address on stuff, so that way he could get some toys too. All right. Kind of sucks. All I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the Phillips out. Let me get those parts before we do anything. There we go. All right. I also got a couple sets of wheels too. Looks like the stock mounts fit. I got a 2.5 truck. They're missing the eye post as well. Really? This one's broke. They usually have a tab right here to kind of keep them solid. This one's fine. That one's broke. That's okay. Exhaust spring. All right, so we're going to pull the hubs off this. Just slide them out of the way. But this one here has the busted bearing. We got to take care of that bearing. Should probably inspect them all while I'm at it. Yeah, I was actually on A-Main looking at Savage parts earlier. You'd be surprised. Yeah, this is the bearing. It's not bad. It's crunchy as hell. It's very crunchy. But it's missing the outer shield. So that's shit. We're not going to use that. OG included bearings with the parts that he sent. I didn't even see these. He had them on the bottom. So we'll use that. What side's the right-hand tread and which one's the left? So we're going to need the black ones. So just hang on to that. Pins too. So, yeah, we're going to need the black ones. I'm going to swap everything over to the right hand. Yep. Just going to put it back together. I mean, I'm probably going to have to tear this thing the whole thing down. Now I'm debating on what to do. Because this thing's filthy. I don't really want to do a full teardown on this because I currently have the T-Max apart. But it's so disgusting. It smells bad. Should I bother putting this back together or should we start taking it apart? I don't know what to do. I have another box I can put the parts in. What do you think? Should I just repair it like this? Or should we start taking this thing down a little bit? Take it down and start getting it cleaned up. I think that'd probably be the way to go. Yeah, OG, when you buy used stuff, this is what happens. So what do you think? Should I just start tearing it down and go from there? Or I think that might be the move. Because, I mean, this thing, the more I take it apart, the more... Let me show you. I don't know if you can see that. That's supposed to be black, but it's Very brown. Yeah, I think that's the move here, OG. I think we're going to start tearing this thing down. I think that's the move. I think we'll start with the back, get the back section removed, pull the shocks off separately. I'm going to need to get some shocks to replace these Integy ugly ones. So I'll need 2 shocks. I don't think I have any. These helper springs are kind of nice. I'll probably hang on to those. These helper springs, are these the stock springs? Yeah, this thing fucking, ugh, something stinks. I don't like this. Yeah, this is getting taken down. It smells like shit, to be honest. These double style springs, are these 8 screws in the back, 10 in the front, boom, it's apart. Yeah, they're not hard to take apart. There we go. Yeah, this thing's... What's that, Zach? What did I miss? 70K a month. What are you doing? Nitro Pimp, you're out antiquing? Is that what you guys call cruising for chicks in Florida? Dude, I got caught yesterday. Zach gotta go? Why? What did Zach do? I didn't see what he was doing. Oh, okay, Pimp. I mean, hold down the fort. There it is. All right. So yeah, yeah, 70K a month. I don't know what he's doing. He's trying. He's hey now, having fun. Yeah, I got caught at Sheets yesterday, man. Oh, it's just spamming. All right, good catch. Friggin', I go to Sheets yesterday, right? And I'm just sitting there waiting for my order, man. Man, this blonde walked in. Holy shit. You know, I can run to the end of my leash and I can bark like hell. I just can't touch. The old lady will have my ass. So I'm like, you know, I'm a guy. You're gonna look. Let's be real. So I look over and man, oh, very, very nice. She turned around. She had a body of a 25-year-old. She had the face of a 70-year-old, man. It was like a catcher's mitt. I was like, holy shit. Whew. God, yeah. Whew. All right. Well, I'm going to start by pulling the shocks first. I just like to get the shocks out of the way. They're all Phillips. They're just ugly. He's talking about opening up a hobby shop and making 70K a month. Well, I've been considering it myself. This thing has mixed hardware. For sure. Maybe not. Just ugly. No. Okay. I've been considering that myself. Like I said, the local hobby shop is closing. I don't have... Hey, I ran into your ex-wife. If she's in Pennsylvania and she's your ex-wife, you need to... Something else, man. I was like, you gotta be kidding me, really? What is that? Oh, anyway, our local hobby shop is closing. The owner passed away. His wife has been holding down the fort for a little while. And honestly, I believe she's just tired of it. She's ready to retire and, you know, move on. I don't blame her. Anyway, the closest hobby shop to me right now is probably Easton, Pennsylvania. Easton, Pennsylvania is a solid hour and a half. Easy. If I want to go the other route, the next closest one would be Small Addictions. They are out of Binghamton, New York. Another solid hour and a half. Yeah, looks like we got ourselves a winner here. Look at this. We got a flathead. We got a Phillips holding on the same pair of shocks. That would be the hobby shop to buy. No. Location is okay. I would want to have a hobby shop that has enough room to have a track as well. I was doing the math and figuring it out, just going off of, here, I can make this short. Going off of the numbers that our local track would get as far as entrance a week. If, let's say I'm paying, let's give out a number. Let's say $5,000 a month to rent a nice size building. If you go by, and you're going to have to pay for the track out of pocket, obviously. If you go by that, and you look at the amount of entrance a week that the local indoor carpet track got, he only runs 1 day a week, and he only runs during the winter. So competition in the winter, yes. As long as you're not running on a Saturday, no. Plus, I mean, Billy's cool. I mean, it's not like he's, you know, thinks you're eating out of his cereal bowl. Long story short, usually you get anywhere between 30 to 40, 50 entrants that enter 1 and 2 classes. So I figured, and he makes anywhere between $1,000 to $1,200 in entries on 1 Saturday. So if you were able to do that twice a week and just get the crowd that he gets, just the regulars, you know, that everybody is cool with and everybody hangs out, you should be able to easily pay your rent and your electricity just off of the entry fees from your track, which would be cool. If you can do that, yeah, these Integy shocks are garbage. If you can do that, everything that you sell after you buy product would be profit. Some shock. This bolt's a little bent. That's why it was stuck. Anyway, I was considering it. I got some money on the side, but I mean, I can't quit my job to do this. I have a old lady and a kid to take care of, so I got to be somewhat. I can't take a chance that big. But I was thinking about it because I mean, I like I told my buddy, like, because he likes RC cars, but he's not an RC guy. Brent, what's going on? He name a business in my area that you have no competition for an hour and a half. I can't think of any. I mean, if you're looking to make a business, competition around here, like if you said, hey, I want to open up a pizza place, you're screwed. If you said, I am the only RC guy in the area for an hour and a half. I mean, I'm not ready to go on Shark Tank with it, but I mean, I don't see a reason. So I'm going to put the screws back in. That way I don't lose them. These Integy lower arms are not ugly, but I don't think I'm going to keep them. I honestly don't. Probably just get a set of stock arms. That's the other thing the shop had. Oh, gee, here's a good one for you, Orchino. The, because I know you like some of the electric stuff too. The E-Savage. Are the lower arms the same for all Savage? Because they have 2 pairs of the lower arms I was going to buy. Or anybody else. Anybody else have any ideas? Because I think that's the move. All right. Yes, same arms. Okay, cool. All right, so we got one side off. Now, here's my question. These double springs, they don't look bad. I'm probably going to hang on to those. It's got the little coupler in the middle. Obviously, the shock, this is the cheap shit Integy one. I'm not going to use this. There's only 2 of them on the whole truck. But you can see the dirt. Look at the dirt. Look at this. We got ourselves probably some dog shit. Probably Labrador. Got some fuzzy stuff. We'll leave that up to the imagination. So this is pretty much the level of it. You can see it was, yeah. These springs, are these stock springs to the 25? Because they're all the way around, but I only have 2 Integy shocks. So I don't even know what to go with on that. That explains the smell. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, see? Pretty gross. Wish I had money. I could just, you know, had that big YouTube money, just buy brand new shit. This is what you get. Unicorn pubes. Okay. I thought, well, no. Yeah, I guess that would work. Unicorn pubes. Are they worth any money, Abe? Good old stank bump in the yard. Yeah, fresh steamy loaf got this one. It does smell funny. Like I said, this was a buy that I didn't know what to think about because, like, why the guy even had it, I have no idea. He had no idea about nitro. He had, he didn't have a starter to even start the thing, so, I mean, I don't know what he was trying to do. The only thing I could think of is, his old lady came out. Not talking shit. Like I said, this is just making it up. She came out, man, and she's one of those ones that I just like laugh about. Not because of what she does, is because of the way she came out. She came out and she had this shirt with this giant pot leaf on it. Which, I mean, hey, man, whatever. I'm not against pot. It is what it is. But, you know it's illegal. Unless she, unless she has a card or something. But, if a cop sees that, cop's going to harass you. He's going to think something. Because, obviously, you're advertising it. It's just a bad move. And, maybe someone traded it for some weed or something. That's the only thing I could think of. I don't know why this guy would have this. Yeah, the Nitro Pup left one in the yard, and I guess the guy collected it with this thing. It's the Turd Herder. Only time Nitro Pick gets to play in the front yard is when he's playing with cars because of that. Unfortunately, no. They need to be flawless condition to get any money. Oh, okay. So, I guess unicorn pubes are straight and these are curly, so the value is definitely dropped. Super RZ, where you been, man? I ain't seen you in a while. 420 trades are always the thing. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Guy was cool as shit, but like I said, he didn't, like, if you wanted to run nitro, I got you. I mean, who the hell wouldn't? That's why we're here. But, like, he didn't have even the beginnings to start it up. You know what I'm saying? That's like buying a brand new car without a starter. Like, what are we going to do with this? All right. That bearing, will just chuck it. So let's see what kind of hardware they used on this one. One of each. Nice. Gonna have to go through the hardware kit and see if I can find some shit for this. Seems like let's see, about to head out to hobby action. Got my new R1 Mod 3 and Super Stock to install, doing R1 builds on the 6.4 and B7. Yeah, I gotta put an R1 order in. I've been looking at a lot of their stuff. We're gonna be doing that probably soon. I need their the titanium ball studs. I wanted to do the titanium drive shafts and stuff, the out drives and stuff they did. Those look really nice. That and that motor mount, that carbon fiber motor mount that they have is really nice. Seems like every garage I go into smells like a bit of Willie Nelson's. Yeah, a little bit. I've never had a problem with potheads, man. I mean, if you can drink beer, you can smoke weed. I'm sorry. It's not, I don't prefer it. That's not a thing I do. Obviously, with my CDL, dude, I got piss tested 3 times in 4 months because it was random. My ass. But we're not gonna go there. So I kind of stay away from it. But look at this. Now see, this is the shit. Somebody put some time into this before they ran it through the dog shit. Especially mine. Yeah. Somebody used this screw in the front. Let me show you. Jesus. This one here went through that front shock. I mean, the length of it, you could kind of see. It went all the way through both sides of the arm, and then it was going to, there's no way it wasn't going to hit that drive shaft. Actually, I can pull the shaft out. You can see It did. They must have put those shocks on and never ran it, because it would have did a lot more damage than that, but just from sitting, it left a mark on the shaft. All right, so I'm not even going to put that one back in because it's obviously wrong. All right, dog bones out. Screw it. I'll get 2 shocks. Let's see. Hey, Ducky's here. What's going on, Ducky? I wonder if he followed his Labrador for 3 weeks. Yeah, man, the little fucker ate the stash. I love that movie. It clears my mind and doesn't mess up the next day. Yeah, I like beers, but like I said, like if I have work the next day, I try to stay away from them unless, you know, 1 or 2 don't hurt, but... All right, let's start getting this back end separated. I believe lower skid, and I got to do a couple on the side. So I'm just going to pull each 3 from the side. That way the plates will come apart, and then we can start getting the ones out of the bottom. That should be it. The motor mount plate looks nice. It's not cracked. Motor mount itself is absolutely disgusting. Transmission's got more of the unicorn pubes on it. Ugh. Disgusting. Okay, let's get the other side. Greetings. Ducky, where's Haywire at? Is he up? He ain't up on the roof again, is he? Cops didn't nab him, did they? That would suck. I ain't got no money for bail. I got to pay my $200 ticket from the other day. See, you don't get it. Why I love Savage is because the part of my 2002 Savage 25. Yeah. That's a good thing, but I mean, to be fair about it, Traxxas does something similar to that. Like, I have a Nitro Sport that's got slash parts on the front. And then what's it, just the front 2 on the bottom plate, I believe. Oh, you said T-Max wrong. That's my first T-Max. That T-Max ain't bad. I got to order the axles and the axles for it, and then the stuff for the outside. Handcuffed? Oh, no. I don't know. That could be kind of fun, too, sometimes. All right, what are we missing? Should just be 3 on the side, 2 on the bottom. It should be 5 because you don't have to remove the 6 because that holds the diff in. We're not worried about that. That should be it. Correct? Correct. All right. Drive shaft. Yeah, look at this. There's my favorite color, doo-doo brown. Look at that shit. It's all over. Yeah, this isn't worth a quick repair. This is worth a full job. But those pins bent? That thing's going to need a whole teardown. Look at the pins. The pins aren't sitting right. Hope they're not bent, because that'd be more parts I need. This is gross. Ugh. Michelle bought me the puking emoji stickers for my X-Max. Yeah, man, our 3-year age difference makes me a kid. I'll take it. Yeah, my old lady's 4 years younger than me. Well, On paper, she's 4 years younger than me. She says I'm about 12, so looks bad for her. All right, let's start bagging some of this up and we can work on the rest. That's disgusting. Most of the hardware is good. The ones for the shocks are not. I don't know. I don't think those pins just come out. Not true. All newer GT6 Savage are V2, but your old parts are interchangeable for the previous. So what would that be? 21, 25. What was after that? Was it a 3-1 or something like that? X46 should be the same. Traxxas? Yeah. Yeah, look at this thing. Looks like shit. Just the way we like them. Yeah. All right, I gotta get a box going. That'll work. See, now I have something to do. I don't think it's going to require too many parts. Oh, that's kind of big. Yeah, we'll see. I don't think we're going to require too many parts to get this one going. But that's good because I ain't got any. So let's continue. Now, how I do these, I do these a little differently. See, like this side plate? I like to take that plate off now because then I have everything wide open. You can start taking the centerpiece off. You can undo the transmission, all of that. I take them apart like a sandwich. Do not repeat. I don't like this thing. It's so hard to get a cool angle with this thing. All right, that's not bad. Nitro RC. Arms are fine. I was saying drivetrain. Oh, I misunderstood you. My bad. Yeah. So I'm going to take off. Is that a bolt missing? No. Take off the grab handle. Get that out of the way. Yeah, I hate this. This thing just smells funny. That's the only reason I want to get it cleaned up. It's not worth working on disgusting shit. Because then all you have is a running pile of dog shit. How the hell did you put a belt drive to hold 12S? Whoa, what did I miss? Max 5. Oh, I misunderstood you. Like a yummy sandwich. Yeah, this is definitely not yummy. If you made this sandwich, you wouldn't eat it. How the hell did you get a belt drive to hold 12S? No, we didn't get to the xxxnt yet. We're going to get to that. Well, maybe we won't now. This was supposed to be an easy job. And then it turned into better tear it down and get the funk out of it. So I'm going to pull this apart. We're going to get it into like 4 or 5 pieces. It's going to need a new battery tray and just basically a delousing. Yeah, the XXX might have got pushed to next week. This thing, because I mean, this thing literally is like a battery and a receiver. I got to order a couple of the on-off switches. Yeah, we'll put this in the same bag. Hey, I said we're going to race more trucks. That's okay. We can still race. Like, look at this. Not too bad. But it still has, like, there's a nice layer of splooge. There we go. Wanted to see it plus the OS. Yeah, I'm sorry, Tina. We kind of got sidetracked with this one. But it's still there. I still have it. We're going to get to it. All right, let's get these screws out. One thing that I did learn, though, with these Savages is I don't have to worry about the hardware so much. They're very simple. I can remember where just about all the different types of screws go. I don't have to worry about that. Plus, I have 2 more. Yeah, you have tetanus on the table last week, sepsis this week. Yeah, I do this for you guys. You know what I mean? I risk my health. But the cool thing about all these are, like, a lot of them aren't far from runners. So, you know, very soon I could start just doing, here we go. It's finished. Let's take it out for its first rip and try it out. So that's what I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to get the easy ones done and start picking at stuff like this, because I can come home from work, you know, spend an hour cleaning, checking it out. And that's really all I got to do. All right, those shocks got to come off. What do you do? Same thing? Same thing. No, wait a minute. Whoa, we got matching hardware. Holy crap. Must have got motivated. So, we're going to build this just like we usually do. See what people think. Should we keep the Integy arms or should I get rid of them? Toss on a set of just OEM arms. Not going to go looking for nothing. I'm not going to go find some RPMs or nothing like that. I mean, they don't look terrible. I think the purple looks really nice against the rest of the purple. It does, but we all know aluminum, what it does, and it's not like the T-Max where I have tons of it. Should I leave the lower arms? Swap them out? What do you think? It's a savage world. Yeah, I was looking on eBay at buying some other stuff to bring to the channel, but then I got pulled over by the cops, took my fun money. So, got to take care of that first. Come on out. All right, one shock. Shit's stuck. All right, take that up. Top. Why? Why? Why so hard? It'll spin no problem. It's just stuck in something. Looks like that inner bushing is still on there. All right, that's not what we're going to use. You shitting me? All right, we got to do this. Well, this hasn't been apart in a while. There we go. The bushings are seized to the bolt. Chino, if you want to get in your truck and drive 100 miles and stop, that's where you can take that. They have Savage boxes at Costco. Yeah, that's like what we were talking about yesterday about the like the eBay prices for these Savages. And like even I can't believe it because I think I have less than $300 into buying all of mine. I have 3 of them. I mean, I have more of them into it now, obviously, because that 21 got expensive, but I mean, yeah, all the bushings are stuck in the screw. There we go. Hey, at my house, it's a Traxxas world. I have a little bit of everything. I'd say I probably have more. I definitely have more Traxxas than HPI, but it's catching up. I probably have just as much Losi as HPI. I have probably the same amount of Team Associated. But yeah, Traxxas. All right, let's get this side plate off now. Clean these screws up. Once you take this side plate off, you can get a better view of the nasty. 100 miles away, take that over there. California is huge. 100 miles doesn't really get you anywhere. All right. There we go. Let's take a look at the inside. Oh, yeah. It's going to clean up real nice, but yeah, you can see the funk that's built all on the inside of this thing. Exhaust hanger's still there. We'll keep that. Just have the stock exhaust on it. I don't remember. Yeah, that hanger will work with that exhaust. Like one of those purple ribbed ones. I can't find any of those around here. Nitro Bob, what's going on? Damn, Bob, you upside down. What's going on, dude? Well, we had a plan for today, and then the Savage changed it. So we're taking the Savage down because in order to repair it, it's not worth doing like this. Like, I mean, yeah. I'm going to have to take some acetone in my hands before I go out to eat later. I'm not... Look at this. Doing a live. I should not look like this. This is insane. All right. Side plate. See, now I like looking at it like this. So now I have the whole side off. Pretty much all your stuff right there, you can just start working your way back. But I mean, look at the funk in this thing. Those unicorn pubes, like Abe said, just completely just funky. It seems to get cleaner towards the front. But the back half, well, dookie. It's junk. All right, what do we got to do? Take that plate off. 2 screws on the bottom, a couple screws on the side. Let's get the plate out of the way. Just going to put these off to the side for now. I'm going to have a Savage in a box by the time I'm done here. No idea what that means, OG, but okay, buddy. Depends on how hard you're planning to rip. Oh, this thing's gonna get sent, just like everything else. Send them all. Yeah, like I was saying, I was on A-Main just cruising. I was looking for, I gotta get a set of tires for the, I have to get a set of tires for those other wheels if I want to use them. So I was just looking to see what's available, and there's quite a bit of Savage stuff on A-Main. I was actually surprised. Oh, yeah. But it's not cracked. It's in pretty good shape. But, I mean, you can see, like, it's just it's nasty. Nasty. All right. Should I take this side plate off? All right, let's take the shocks off on the front. Let's see what they did. Matching hardware again on the front. All right, cool. So I guess he was one of those guys, you know, as long as the front looks good, I'll give you $1 if you give that chassis plate a... Nah, no way. That's... No. That ain't happening. Give me your address. I'll send it to you. I'll pay you $1 and you can lick it and send it back. I'm not doing that. That's gross. Looks like the bushings are stuck in this one too. Alright, let's just get that shock up out of there. Come on, you bastard. There we go. All right, same as last time. I'll have to back them out. Yeah, this Savage is disgusting. See, at least one thing I can say, my Savage 21 I got was actually really clean. The problem with it was just all mechanically shot. Didn't have to deal with too much with that. Replace everything. Didn't have to clean anything, I don't think. All right. That wasn't so bad. I think I just threw up in my mouth a little bit thinking about it. Yeah, that's not even good for a dare. I mean, like I said, it's got a funny smell to it. Smells kind of animal. Yeah, I'm not digging it. It's freaking weird lately, though. I'll tell you that. It's weird. John's out racing because he's getting the nice weather. I'm sitting here playing with Savages now. We've flipped the script on everybody. But I'll be getting out there eventually. This one don't have reverse. It's junk. All right, here's one for you. This is a good one. Drive shaft in the back was just a regular steel. This guy, this black drive shaft. Drive shaft in the front, silver. Savage 25, is that a stock thing? Did they just do that? I don't see why they would have. Or is this something different? What do we got going on here? It's a dog bone. It's not a CVD or anything like that. It's still just a dog bone. Nothing fancy. But why do we have a chrome one in the front and we have a black one in the back? Any ideas? What's going on here? Let's disconnect the servos so we can get the tray up out of there. That probably... to test those servos. They don't come like that. That was added on. Yeah, that's what I figured. Did they do a chrome dog bone on anything? I thought they, if you got like the special editions, they switched them over to like a CBD or something like that, didn't they? Come on, computer. There you go. Looks like the top screw just spins. Let's see what's going on with that. I'll leave the transmission on the plate, and then we'll just disassemble that next. Oh, okay, that's why. All right. Okay, there's that. There's that. This has a totally different style servo saver than the 21. This has like a Traxxas style with the spring actually on the servo, whereas the 21 has it where it's on the post. Oh, excuse me. All right. And the two on the top. We'll put that whole new box in this thing. Save the top for you. Thank you, Michelle. Oh man, yesterday was rough. Friggin' pollen flying around. Looked like little clouds flying around everywhere. It was so bad. So much. Okay, so now we got to look. I think it's missing some pieces here. 1, 2. At least fit on the top like that. That just goes through. I think he was missing a bushing out of this. Should probably take the rest out. Yeah, here's that drive shaft. Chrome. Strange. Yeah, I don't see a bushing. This one has one on top, one on bottom. It's missing a bushing, so I think I have those. I'll have to double check. I think I have a full rack, actually. Yeah, here's your rack posts. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's missing a bushing. So this thing had a steering issue that we didn't know about unless you tore it down. So yes, it's definitely missing a bushing. We had bad air quality warnings for 2 days. Yeah. Putting the last few screws back in the UDR, then ready to go play in the rain. 6S, hard Traxxas tires. Oh man, you're going to have a blast. Those UDRs are awesome, but they are a pain in the ass to work on. I got to work on one, and I was like, this is nuts. All right, I'm going to put the stakes in there. Let me double check, make sure I have that rack. Pretty sure I do. Yeah, I have a whole rack here I got, so there's bushings in there. Can make it work. I already stole one out of it. All right, so that's good. Throw that in the same box. All right, now here's the front end. See, the front end don't look bad. The front end, that's going to be a quick clean. I'll check the diffs. Savage 25. That should have, what, that still have the 2-gear diff, not the 4-gear diffs. So I'll have to take a look at those, service them. Front end looks all right. The front end on the nasty scale is probably only about a 7. That's not bad. The rear section, on the other hand, that one's a total loss. That's disgusting. Gonna need 2 shocks. Get those Integy pieces of shit off of it. 2 gears should be. Yeah, that's what I figured. But yeah, the front isn't so bad. Front's okay. So what do you think? Should I keep these lower arms? I think they look pretty badass. I mean, they're Integy. It is what it is, but I think they do look kind of cool. Well, you'll never know with that thing. It's fairly stock. I would say it's probably just a 2-gear. I mean, I don't think they put any more money into it than they had to. All right. Probably going to do... Whoop, something happened. Whoop, something happened. There we go. All right. Friggin' telemarketer bullshit again. One thing I hate about cell phones, I swear to God, I get more friggin' telemarketer bullshit than I get any other one. Damn it, I forgot the crossbar on the roof body back off. I figured it out, OG. Friggin' just some bullshit, probably about nothing. Wanting to sell me something. I don't know if they know I'm broke. Somebody needs to tell them. All right. There's the linkage. We'll just pull it off as one complete thing. Nitro Freak, what's going on, brother? All right, get that right in the bag before you lose any of it. I'm going to separate this transmission. Gross. All right, transmission out. Just basic 2-speed in this thing. You can see the funk level on it. Whoa, look at it. That's not even a spider nest. That's just fuzz. That's that. Oh, man. Are those worth money? There you go. They are watching your live streams. They know you're not broke. No, because of the live streams, I'm broke. Joke's on them. All right. I'm just going to take this piece off here. Let me see that. Oh, that one's got the built-in one. Okay. Never mind. Just wondering why there's a crossbar on the front, not on the back. I know why now. Yeah, you can see the back of that one too. Nice layer of Jif peanut butter. OG wants to taste it. There we go. $1. Offer me $1 to lick that. You're sick. All right. Well, that's that. That's that. I'm not using that. Front end is apart. Probably start with the front end first today. I'll do that when I get some time. That don't look too bad. That'll be an easy cleanup job. I'll pretty much just have to just redo the diff, and that's it. I think I'm going to keep the Integy arms. I kind of like the color. I like them. They don't look terrible. I mean, they're probably going to break shit. $3. Oh, man. You run a hard bargain there, pal. Nope. Not on this live stream. I don't do stunts for money. That ain't going to happen. Not licking nothing. That's gross. All right. So let's end it with a fire up, I think. That battery's been on charge for a while. It's probably boiling. So my easy start should work. Let's fire up that MT2 and we'll call it a day. What do you think? See how that goes. 5.5, 2.5, 1.5. Fucking laptop. 2.0. All right. Yeah, so next week we'll get to that CVR. It's already out of the car, so. All right. Got a whole box of Savage. DOS spring. Actually, that top's got a little bit of damage to it. I didn't even notice. It's got a little scuff in it, but I mean, it's still usable. I think that if you have the bottom OG, this is the top. I think I'll get you some stuff in the mail one of these days. If you ever give me your address, I'm going to throw that in there. We can make one good box out of it. All right. Let's get the MT2. Let's try that. That's it. Nice clean MT2. Nothing fancy. Has a little conversion. It's a stock conversion. Nothing crazy. Hate this body clip. There you go. It's got the G3.0 in it, pull start. This was a pain in the ass. This was definitely a pain in the ass. You have to find this motor mount that is specific to make a G3.0 work in this thing. And what a pain in the ass that was. I would have done a T3.0 if I had known better. So people learn from my mistakes. They're still both available. This one you need to find a motor mount that does not exist. You have to switch out the entire clutch assembly. This is actually a clutch assembly from the HPI, like that Subaru WRX, whatever the hell it's called. So I got lucky though. I have adjustment in the motor where you wouldn't with the T3.0, but I actually went up a couple of teeth on the bell. So this little thing rips. So let's get some fuel in it. Just a little bit. We're just going to do a quick startup. See if you can even hear the damn thing because it's so quiet. Yeah, we're going to need a little more than that. Today's blend, BP Basher. Pimp's got like 60 of them. Yeah, he does. He likes them just as much as we do. If you can pick one of these up, there's a couple on eBay actually right now that are at a pretty good deal. These things are really fun. All right, we'll just pull out the rest. That's fine. All right, let's go get that battery, get the easy start assembled. Oh, this one doesn't need the easy start. What am I doing? That was the RS4 I wanted to start with the easy start. This one will start because it's got a pull starter. Duh. Why did I do that for? All right. That's cool. Don't even need the easy start. Good. I'll have to worry about my hair getting caught in it. I think Pimp's got like 60 and 90 of them. I don't do rookie numbers. Well, then you understand, pimp. You understand how fun these ones are. All right, I gotta go get my. I gotta get my igniter. Hang on. All right, that was painful. All right, let's fire this up. This has a primer, but it doesn't work great. Doesn't leak though, so. Oh, this is in pain. All right, plan B. I don't know if I can do it that way. Shit, how are we gonna get this going? This primer don't work worth a shit. Okay. There we go. Oh, you're gonna be a pain in the ass, aren't you? Oh, why did we choose this one today? Take that off. This muffler has the worst position to pull that off to do that. All right, here's how we're gonna fix that problem. Screw out, I'm gonna spin. There we go. There you go, simple solution. There we go. Screw back in. Let's see, blow it. Yeah, I did. But I need you an 18SS. I don't have one. You need my 18SS. Perfect red 18SS, never ran 3.0. Yeah, that SS that OG has is pretty nice. All right. Problem was the carburetor wasn't happy. Okay, always count your turns when you're playing with that carb. Okay, here we go. Fire in a hole. Let's give her a little bit on the throttle. No, not that much. give her a little shot down the yap real quick. This thing hasn't probably ran in about 6 months. So we'll just give it a little on the top. Bring her back to life. Whoa, way too much. Just enough. Get my radio. It's on there. Might as well use it. There we go. Come on. No, you want to idle. There you go. MT2 fires right up. Now that I have that battery charged up, who wants to hear that RS4 go? Let's see what we got going on. Keep the Durapone pin tires. Fuck, now he's got me thinking. Holy shit, I just seen the new Kyosho MP11. Nice. It's gonna be expensive. That thing is fucking awesome. I'll have to take a look at that. It's on my Google News feed. Cool, they got a new one out. That's awesome. But yeah, here we are, MT2. This is the quietest one. If you want to do some nitro things, these batteries are a little low for sure. This is one for if you have neighbors that get pissed off easily. This thing is so quiet. You can run this thing wide open and it don't make no noise. It'll do the thing while being quiet about it. All right, let's fire it back up. Just get the rest of the fuel out of the lines at least. Well, this thing's a runner. We're good to go. Listen to that idle. Nice and low. The only reason the wheels are spinning is because it's off the ground. OG. It'll do the thing and make very little noise. Yep, this one is low-key as can be. You can run this thing forever. It don't really make any noise. See if I can bring that idle down just a little more. Pretty much it, right there. Great idle. This thing will run forever. Got a little bit of heat in it. Not bad though. There it is. Only about 140 degrees to sit here idle. Well, looks like we're getting close. Here we go. Shut her down. Hello? What's up? What are we doing? I'm busy. You want to go eat later? I want to go to J&J's. I'll be up in a few. All right. Well, that's going to be it for today, I guess. Old lady's home. Gonna go get something to eat. Call it a good day. OG sending me probably the pictures of that. This one bobby pin is always such a pain. There we go. There we go. All right, everybody. Well, it's been fun. We got a Savage apart. I got some cleaning to do. We got to see a fire up today. I think that's a good way to end it. We'll probably do this again next Saturday because I'm probably going to be around. I don't see myself going to that race, but if things changes, I'll let everybody know. And I'll catch you all next week. Peace.